Scarlet Park, Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere.
Also, having that successful stick is really good as well too. Like the moment you're done talking to them and by the time you're done getting all that blood and they're just like, oh, you finished, that be music to my ears, because I just be like, oh, you didn't feel it, oh, it didn't hurt, you're not scared anymore. Like I just be so happy. I just be like, you know what, it actually paid off. Let me just try this with the next patient. Alright, so YouTube, with this video is going to talk about the top 5 signs on why you should pursue a career in phlebotomy. Again, disclaimer, as far as for my experience with phlebotomy, you know, I was working at the plasma center and whatnot. Just because I didn't like my experience there, I don't want you guys thinking you guys don't have to like your experience with phlebotomy. Everybody's experience is totally different. Now, when I was doing phlebotomy during my externship with medical assistant with OBGYN, that was a lot more better. But however, when you're just a full set phlebotomist, it's just a lot that deals with. So don't let my experience stop you from what you're doing. Just continue doing what you're doing. So as far as for the 5 signs, 1, if blood doesn't scare you, I definitely would say pursue a career as phlebotomy, because at the end of the day you'll be able to learn, and on top of that you'll be able to get your experience. Phlebotomy has a lot to do with blood, so if you're definitely not scared of any type of blood or fluids or anything like that when it deals with the patient, you should be fine. It's a lot to learn when it comes to blood. That's one thing I like. It doesn't really scare me because it's a lot to learn when it comes to like phlebotomy. You're learning about the different veins, you're learning about the different colors of the blood, the way it flows. You could tell whether a person is dehydrated or hydrated. You could just always just tell. So I feel like, you know, that's always a cool experience. Everybody is different. Some people, you know, they get sweaty, they faint when they see blood or anything like that. But if you're not really so big on, you know, being scared of blood or needles, you should be perfectly fine. The second thing on why you should become a phlebotomist, as far as for your career or whatnot, I would definitely say if you don't typically like working a 9 to 5, phlebotomist is kind of where they're on call with a lot of things. You can become a traveling phlebotomist where you could kind of have a set schedule, or you could just be a phlebotomist at a hospital, LabCorp, Quest Diagnostics, anything like that. Usually phlebotomists work as early as 7 o'clock. To the latest they'll get off as far as for 3. Now I would say to the latest 5 o'clock. You will never pretty much see a phlebotomist working like 7 p.m. or anything like that, unless they're probably like in the ER or something like that. But for the most part, phlebotomists do tend to work extra hours, so if you're looking to get more money, you could definitely get that type of way. But however, I would definitely say it's not really a set 9 to 5 unless you kind of have that your foot in the door where you could have your schedule just set like that. But for the most part, phlebotomists work on weekdays and weekends. So if you're looking to kind of like get your experience where you like, you know, you don't mind working weekends and stuff like that, this does tend to happen. So if you're fine with that, I would definitely do that. If you like helping others, phlebotomy is definitely a career for you, because at the end of the day, you have to be able to kind of calm them down whenever they're scared of a needle or stuff like that. You also have to be able to have communication skills when it comes to the patient. Just try to like get their mind off of that stick that you have to get, because sometimes some people are really terrified of needles, and if you have like good communication skills, that can kind of calm the patient down. So I definitely feel like that's good. It's a lot of young ladies we would run into when I was on my externship for OBGYN, and when I tell y'all, they are terrified of needles. Not only just that, when I was working at the plasma center, it'll be like the biggest guys that's like scared of a little needle, and it's like I literally have to like talk to them or try to like bring up their kids, bring up anything to try to get their mind off of the needle stick. So if you're really good with communication and whatnot, and you love helping people out, you know, phlebotomy can be something good for you. Now, I'm not going to say every time it may work with every patient, because some people can be difficult with you when it comes to phlebotomy. Like some people will literally tell you, no, I don't like the way you do that, just can you get somebody else? Like some people are like that, but I'll give you a chance. But one thing I like to tell people all the time, please don't stick me twice. Like please, just I'll stay calm as I need to, I'll do whatever you need me to do, but just don't stick me twice. But you can already kind of tell that energy for people who really know what they're doing, so some people who are kind of skeptical of what they're doing. So that's what comes with phlebotomy. This is one of the best parts about phlebotomy. You could actually get out into the field and start working like that. When I tell you, if you knock out getting your certification or certificate, or if you knock out getting your high school diploma, GED, and then the right training, you will be perfectly fine. Like there's non-stop positions for phlebotomists. Like BPL Plasma has it, Octapharma Plasma, also CSL Plasma, something like that. I be seeing all types of plasma stuff that's on Indeed. Now a lot of plasma centers are hiring for phlebotomists, but not just them. St. Vincent's always hiring for phlebotomists. Also Mayo Clinic, you'll see a couple of positions on there. Baptist stay hiring on there. So that's one thing you could definitely look at. But definitely with phlebotomists, you can get into the field quickly, and that's how a lot of people gain their healthcare experience when it comes to phlebotomy. Like you can always have experience with, you know, getting plenty of sticks. A lot of people, I feel like when you go on your resume, when you go on your interview or anything like that, and they be like, so how is your phlebotomy skills? That's automatically a plus. Like once they hear that you got phlebotomy skills and you're really good at it and patient with it, you're going to get hired. So the last thing I could say also too on why you should pursue your career as a phlebotomist is because you'll be able to explore more. You can go to different places. The more you get your experience with phlebotomy, the better. A lot of people, they can either hire you on as their phlebotomist and then end up training you as their assistant or anything like that. That stuff is kind of good as well too. You just never know what kind of doors it can open up for you when it comes to phlebotomy. I feel like phlebotomy is definitely a good experience to get into. As far as for a full-time job, I wouldn't consider it. I would love being a medical assistant that does phlebotomy, but phlebotomy just full on, I don't want to, because I feel like it takes up a lot of my time, and I like to have my weekends off. I enjoy that. But if you're young and you're just not getting out of high school and you're just looking forward to get your experience into the medical field, I would definitely say try out a plasma center or try out anything that deals with phlebotomy or reception or anything like that. And not only that, with working at a plasma center, if you're not looking to become a phlebotomist, they also have where you can start off as receptionist. Receptionists pretty much take the vital signs, make sure that the donor is cleared out before hitting the actual donor floor to begin the phlebotomy process. But just these are things to just kind of think about. I mean, I definitely feel like the field is growing. Medical is growing like crazy, y'all. Everybody's becoming either a CNA, medical assistant, nurse, doctor, physician, you know, just anything. So at the end of the day, it's worth a try. Hopefully this video will be able to help you guys out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope everybody stays safe during the coronavirus times, y'all. Peace, y'all.